Hey, it's Coach McCann here. I've seen a lot of different Oblivion guides. I'm going to link in the description to a couple of the ones that I used. But they were missing some parts to it. So this is sort of your one-stop shop if you're trying to start Oblivion for a replay and you want to cheese it and exploit it a little bit. Don't ruin it if it's your first time through. But if it's not, this is the most efficient way to do it, to level up, to get the highest level, to level up your skills and your stats. If you look at my stats down here, 500 magicka, 980 health, over 400 fatigue. Here's all my attributes, all 100. That's because I'm wearing a piece of armor, I think, that does that. Then a lot of my major skills. I'm doing a magic build, so that's how I have all those mage skills up. Okay. So what we're gonna first talk about here is the dupe glitch. Okay, so there's a dupe glitch. So you want to get a barrel that's not red, okay, or any kind of container, right? And so the best way to do it, I was watching. Let me just pause it here for a second. Pause. I got this from this guy right here, Monfax. Okay, so I'm gonna link to his video when I'm done with this, but he tells you to do it with arrows, something that you have a lot of, but you should do it with lockpicks instead, because lockpicks are weightless, so you can always have your big stack of items that you're trying to do. Okay, all right, so what you do is you take the item that you want, usually a scroll, pretty simple. I had a chameleon scroll after just doing the starting area in the sewers. It was worth 58 gold. So you open a barrel or a crate, you hit the right stick if you're on the controller, all right, which lets you search it and it brings up both sides, or you hit the F button, I think, if you're on the keyboard. And what you do is you put one in of the thing you're trying to dupe, then you go to the item you have a lot of. Like I said, you could do arrows or something like that. Even if you only have like 15, 20 locks or something small, just do it with locks and just keep going back and forth and duping it back and forth so you have a lot of locks, because lock picks, because like I said, they're weightless, so you can just hold on to them. And so what you do is, all right, you hit A to put the item in the box, then you hit LB to get over to this side, or you just scroll over with your mouse. It's easier if you use keyboard, sorry, not keyboard and mouse. It's easier if you use a controller. So, but anyway, then you go and you find the item that you have a lot of, like the lockpicks. And so what you need to do here is, if you notice, you have the A button down the bottom to hit store, and you have the RB button to get back over to the other side. If you're using the mouse, what you try to do is you try to do it at the same time. So you like click the button to store it as you scroll over. You have to like do it quickly. Controller works real easy, and it plugs into a computer anyway, so just use a controller. So what you got to do is basically you hit A about half a second before you hit RB. So you hit A and then RB. You hit them at the same time. Not at the exact same time, like I said, hit A a second early. And what happens is you're going to get this next screen where you're going to see, oh, look, it's asking you how many you went in, and you could tell that you did it right because it highlighted the right side. So it's asking me how many lockpicks I want to put over here, but what it's really doing is it's putting the scrolls over there. So I hit A to put them all in there. It didn't put them in there. It actually just dumped 3,000 scrolls. I hit A to pull the scrolls back, and now I got 3,000 chameleon scrolls, and that's my cat unit. So then I skipped ahead in the video where I'm just selling the scrolls. A good place to sell them is right in that market district. This guy, Nilthus O'Million, okay, he has 2,000 or 2,500. I think you can invest 500 in them already if you have mercantile. And so you can just sell a whole bunch until you get a lot of money. You're going to need money for these next few steps, because if you want to get up your majory skills, I'm going to show you a glitch to do that. Or it's just that one's not a glitch. It's just the most efficient way to do it. And also what I'm going to do, all right here. So I just sold a bunch so I could get money. Now, this is how you level up. Okay, I got it from this guy right here, Kibbles Gaming. Okay, but again, he didn't really show you the most efficient way to do it. So you can level up. All right, it's a glitch. I'll explain it real quick here first. This is me training, because every time you level up, you can train 5 in one skill. Okay, but here's the glitch. Okay, so the first time ever you need to level up, make a save where you're right in front of a bed. Okay, a bed that you can sleep in, that you own. Okay, there's like abandoned shacks, or you can buy a place. Don't do it in because you need to keep being able to sleep in a bed. And so if you sleep in it once, it turns red and you got to go buy it again. So just someplace that you own. I think you can do it in the Wayne Priory or whatever it's called. All right, and so this is when you need to level up. Okay, so normally when you sleep, when you wake up in the morning, you level up. Okay, but the glitch is that you make a quick save. All right, so you make a save before you need to level up, and then you can just go on and play your game and just make new saves. Forget about that save where you're leveling up. Okay, this is where he kind of got it wrong. He was like doing the quick saves and the saves right next to the bed. You don't need to do that, and it's not the most efficient way to level up, because you can level up to like 60 or 80 or 79. That guy level up, and then none of your skills are up, and some of them are easy to get up, like the magic ones that I'm going to show you in a minute. But there's some that are really hard to get up, like mercantile, like acrobatics, or athletics. Or those ones are just kind of tedious. Mercantile is really hard to get up, and so you could take advantage of the fact that every time you level up, you can train 5 times in a skill. Okay, so not only that's the part I'm adding in that he didn't do. So you save next to a bed. All right, that's all you need to do. Then you just go and you make sure you have a lot of money because of the dupe glitch, and then you figure out what skill you want to do. Okay, what skill you want to level up. I have all the trainers. I'm going to link this in there as well. It has all the trainers, what levels they can train you at, where they're located. And you know, I Google too, like, what are the best ones to do? Acrobatics, you know, armor is a good one you want to do because it lets you make your armor even better. Like if you have the 75 out of 100 perk, you can like increase your armor so that it's even better. So I think I started with armor, and then I did acrobatics and athletics, even though you can do those ones, they're grindy, especially when you get up in the high levels. And then I did, what else did I do afterwards? Mercantile. Mercantile is also a pain in the butt. Mercantile and armor are probably the first 2 you want to do. And then, you know, kind of depending on what you do. I didn't do any of the like fighting skills because I'm going to be a mage, so I'm going to show you how to do those. But if you want to get up blade, search up where the blade trainer is, and we'll keep going here. So, whoops. All right. So anyway, this is how you do it. You make a save. All right. Then what you do is when you want to level up, okay, you keep playing your game, whatever, like I said, and you make a quick save. Okay, so you can end up, this would be 4 hours later, whatever. Make a quick save, all right? And then what you do is you load up that old save where you were right about to level up, okay? Like I'm about to do it here because, all right, so I did a level. I trained my 5. Now I made a quick save. See that in the top left? So I'm making a quick save. Now I'm going to load my old save. All the way back when I was in my Imperial house. The day before, I'm only level 1. Here, I'm level 80 or whatever. In the other one. And what happens is you want to change your quick slots, keys, your bindings, I mean, to right on the D-pad being quick load. Okay? So in your old save where you can level up, you hit A to go to sleep. You hit A to go 1 hour. And then as soon as you hit A and it starts counting down, just spam that quick load button. You can do it on the keyboard too. You just spam the quick load button, and what happens is it starts loading your game before it starts to level up. So then you load into that game that's further along, and it thinks you need to level up, and it lets you level up. Way past what you could normally get with your skills. Which he shows you in that video, but he doesn't tell you the idea of also getting your skills up at the same time by going to a trainer first. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what skill you want to get up. In this case, what am I getting up? Acrobatics, I think. So like I went and I found the acrobatics trainer. All right, I quick save in front of them. Then I load up the other save, and then I can trade more acrobatics. All right, now level up again. I save again. I quick save again. Look, it's going to do a quick save. Oh, I skipped ahead. All right, so that's how you do that. All right, now what I'm doing is I'm going to show you how to get some of the magic skills up. Again, I got that from Kibble's Gaming. So, but anyway, that's what you do with the level up. You have to, first time you're leveling up, make a save near a bed. And then just every time you want to level up, you make a quick save first in your current game. Then you load up that game where you were right in front of the bed. You hit A to go to sleep, and then you spam your quick load. And then you'll load up automatically your last quick save, which is the one you just did in your most recent game. And it'll let you level up again. And hopefully if you did it right in front of the trainer that you want to do, you can just keep training. But you need some money, so that's why you did the dupe glitch first. You don't want to train up alchemy because, as you're going to see right here, I'm going to use the dupe glitch to just make 2 pieces of reagents that you're going to use in your alchemy that can help you restore magic. That's what you want to do. So you buy 2 things that can help you restore magic. You dupe them, so I got 1,000 in each of them or whatever, and then you just very quickly start making potions that make you restore magic. It's better than the ones you get in the store that you can buy restore magic. They just give you a set amount. When you make them, it does restore magic over time, which is perfect because you can keep spamming them until you get a really big regen, and then you can just keep spamming spells, and your spells will go up dramatically. But plus, you can just go to your Mortal and Pestle after you got about 1,000 of each or whatever, and just go to the Restore Magicka spell that you want to make, or the potion, sorry, and just keep spamming it. Just keep hitting the X button, and your alchemy will just go up eventually really quickly to master level. Then when you have that best level Restore Magicka, mine was like 8 points per 40 seconds or something. Then you just want to make duplicates of that again. Use the barrel glitch again. Just put one of that best Magicka spell or potion in, by using a search on a barrel. Go to the left one, get your lockpicks that you got a whole bunch of, and hit the RB and A button first a little bit, and then the RB, put all the lockpicks in, take all the Magicka potions out, and you got a whole bunch of Magicka potions. You probably want to do that when you're in Frostcrag Spire, though. Okay, so Frostcrag Spire in the north part of the map, right around where it says M in mountains. If you're looking at the map, again, I used that guy Kibbles Gaming to show me where it was. And so you go there, you get inside, there's a key outside, or you can just unlock it in. And when you get here, you need to buy candles to activate this. You can go back to the town of Coral, I think, or actually, no, I think it was in the main area. Divine Elegance, I think, and in the Imperial capital, and you can buy these candles, and they let you activate the fact that you can make your own spells. Okay, and so what you're going to do is, excuse me, I start with destruction here, and so the way he shows you in the because some of the spells are like on other targets, like destruction, so you make it on touch because touch is the quickest animation rather than like shooting it. And then what you do, see the way the exploit works here is that you can level up any spell like this, and I did it with all of them. That's how I get all the hundreds. I did it mysticism, illusion, destruction, restoration. What you do is you make a spell, all right? And so in this case, I already had like a 40-something level destruction, so I'm trying to make the best destruction spell I can make that is less than level 50, okay? So that's what I'm making here, Destructo 50, because this is going to get me to level 50. And then once I get to level 50, I'm going to make a destruction spell at the very maximum I can, where it says, oh, you can't make it until level 75. Then I go down a little bit, and it lets me make it. So I make this best spell that I can do. You make a touch spell, but then what you do is you back it off a tiny little bit, and I just did shield self. You do any little kind, or you can do light self. You do something where you do the secondary effect on yourself. So even though this is a spell normally you need to shoot someone with, instead, even though it's doing the touch, the second part of the spell is going off, so it's counting for both of them. And because the majority of the bulk of the spell is in destroy or destruction, that's the points that it's giving me when I'm leveling up. So I just keep using a destruction spell. Meanwhile, it's giving me a tiny little bit of a shield. And so even though I'm not hitting anyone with my destruction spell, it thinks I'm hitting because the shield part is going off. So that's the glitch in there. I'm kind of going through these quickly. Like I said, if I'm going through it too quick, you can click on either one of those links where they go over it in more depth. But basically, you start out, you dupe something to get a whole lot of money. All right. Then you figure out, kind of plan it out, what trainers you want to go to first. Probably armor, like I said, and mercantile are 2 good ones. You figure out where they are. All right. You get ready, so you're about to level up. You get into a bed that you own. You sleep right. You save right before you sleep in front of it. Then you go out there, you find the trainer that you want, and you make a quick save, all right? Then you load the quick save, and you keep training. You can get up all your skills that way, all right? And then don't waste it for your magic ones, though, because these ones you can get up in minutes. Probably literally in about 1 hour's time, I went up from, 100 in destruction and mysticism, illusion. The summon one, conjuration, it took me a little bit just because I didn't have enough spells. I had to go to different stores around the thing and buy some spells, because you have to buy some of the spells before you have the ability to create them. So you just got to go to each one of the major towns, like the mage guilds and stuff, and buy all the skills that they have there, which shouldn't be a problem because you got tons of money because of the dupe glitch. And then so after I did that, then I came back, and I was able to get my conjuration one up pretty quickly as well. But yeah, I mean, 40 or so minutes, you can get all of those magic skills up just by creating a spell, spamming it, creating a spell, spamming it. Doesn't matter what you do with the spell, you just do the max amount you can and back it off one in whatever school it is you're trying to level up, and then just add like light on self or shield on self. And it'll let you cast it still, and even though you're not hitting anyone with whatever spell you're trying to hit, like Mass Dispel or something, or Fire Them, it doesn't matter. Because you're doing that shield, it counts it, and it'll level you up. But I mean, that's it. That's the best way to go about. I do illusion here next, it looks like. So that's the most efficient way to do it. Okay, you, like I said, do the dupe, do the box thing. Hit the A button and the RB at the same time. You're able to dupe a whole bunch of stuff. Do it with your lock picks because you can always carry them on you. All right. You can dump all your magic potions that are going to regen, like in here in Frostcrag Spire, so you don't walk around, as you're overloaded or encumbered. And meanwhile, just make sure as you're doing that level up glitch and you're leveling up that you are in front of a trainer so you can train each time. It takes really long to get your mercantile up. It's almost impossible. Same thing with armor. It's just a pain in the butt. But it's like, well, if you're going to exploit and cheese the leveling, you might as well use the fact that they let you train 5 times the level as well to level up your skills. So not only do you get to level 80, but you got all your skills that you want at 100. Hey, you take a few hours, you take 3 or 4 hours before you start playing the game. You max yourself out, and then you can turn up the difficulty if you want. You can go through and you can try to play. Like I said, don't do this the first time you're playing it, all right? I mean, I played this years ago when it was on 360. I got 1,000 points in it, achievement points and all that kind of stuff. So I just didn't want to go through that grind again. But it is really a unique game that as you're playing, you level up as you play, and the monsters level up along with you. You shouldn't rob yourself of that experience the first time through, but if you're looking to just cheese it so that you can get through to go through all the content again, this is the best way to do it. All right? Like and subscribe. Give those guys a follow, too, the other ones that I shouted out. Mon Fax and Kibbles Gaming. All right, have a good one.